Hi guys, welcome to this session in Microsoft Word. In this module, I want to show you how you can create a form, a fill-in form that will repeat information automatically further down the form once it's been entered. So first of all, I have this form as a template, so I'm going to activate the template. So File, New, and this is it. So it's a confirmation of booking form, and basically it's got protection on already. So if I select a course, a level, date of the training, location of training, date, location of training, online, name of person, booking, Steve Saxton, price of training, £250, number of students, 1. Now, as I've been typing that in or filling that in, underneath you can see that all this information is being populated. So the courses come up there, the level, the date, online, the venue's online, the training was booked by Steve Saxton, the price quoted is £250, and the number of students is 1. All that information is automatically filled in. Now, how have I done this? What I'll do is copy this table. So first of all, I'll stop the protection. So I can select the table, copy the table, paste it into a new document, and just get rid of all these fields so you see how I did it. And I'll go back and copy the text as well from the bottom, and get rid of the fields also. So I'll copy all of this, come into this document, paste, and then just get rid of all these fields that you can see, and I'll just go through them again, see how I've done them. And the last one's quite a long one, it's an if statement, but I'll only do a short version of it. So let's just space this out. Level needs a space, that needs a space, that needs a space, and that needs a space. Now, the fields themselves are from the developer tab, and normally I would use these fields, these controls, which are the new ones, but I'm going to use the legacy ones because they have the feature to create a bookmark, which is a lot easier than trying to do a bookmark on one of these ones. So I'm going to just select a drop down list for this course type, which is this option, and I've got the field there, so I just need to use the Alt F9 key to knock that off so it comes in as a field. You can see it there. If I double click on it, it's the same as clicking properties. I can add my list. So let's just add the courses. Excel, press enter, access, press enter, Word, press enter. I'll just do those 3. Now this wants to be called type, so you can see you can bookmark it, and then I want to calculate on X size, and then click OK. And the process is the same for each of these. So you go to the legacy tools. This one is a level, so this is also a drop down. Double click. So you have introduction, add, intermediate, add, advanced, add, and also tailored. This is going to be called level. I'll calculate on exit. Okay. The date of training, I could get away with bringing this date picker down, but I'm going to stick to using these legacy tools. So I'm just going to bring in a text field and then double click on that, or click on properties. So you can change this to be a date, and then you can set the format that you want. And then I'm just going to call this date. Calculate on exit. Okay. Leave that blank. Location is going to be another drop down. So legacy tools, this one. So location of the training is either going to be online or classroom. I'll just do 2, even though I did 3 on the other one. So this is going to be location, calculate on exit, OK. And then the rest of them are just straightforward. Name of person is just going to be a legacy option, an AB. Price is going to be legacy, AB, and number of students the same thing. So they're all going to be the same. So AB. So that's the instructions I want. And if I just go back into there, you could put none at the top, because I'd save this as a template and have the as no option as the default, like that. I'll do that on introduction as well. Just add that across and then move it up to the top, or whichever one you want to be at the top. Same with this one, none. So when you open the template, this will be what is appearing, none at the top in this form. They'll all be on none. So I've done that. Now what I need to do is reference these. So remember, I've bookmarked each one of these so you can reference them using the bookmark. So the confirmation that you booked the phone course with us. So it's going to be Microsoft, and then I want to put a field in there. So I could go insert quick parts field and then find the one I want, which is ref, or I could use the key command, which I'm going to use. So that's what I'm going to use. Just cancel that one off. So the key command is Control F9, and it puts these 2 squiggly brackets in, which you cannot type. Now if you've got a laptop like mine, I also have to hold the FN key down while I do that. But then I can type ref, and so I'm referencing the type. Remember, I've called this one, if I double click on it, I've called that one type. So I'm just ref, and I type the word type like so, and then the level is going to reference level. So again, I do Control F9 and type ref level, and then the next one is going to be date. So I can type Control F9 ref date, and the location, I can bring that down actually underneath, and then the location, I'll come down underneath that one, is going to be Control F9, and it's going to be ref date because I called it date. So those now should pick those up. Now the training venue is going to be slightly different because it's going to be dependent on whatever you select in this list. So it could be online or it could be classroom. So online or classroom. So what I want to do on this one is a little if statement. So I need my square brackets. So Control F9 if, and then I need to do Control F9 again to do the reference. So ref. So we're looking at location. So ref location is equal to, outside of that, equal to online. I need to put online in quotes. If it says location online, I want it to just put online in here. So I just type online out twice, like so. And now I need to do the same thing for classroom. So again, I need the squiggly brackets, Control F9 if, and then Control F9 again to give me the reference, ref location, and then outside of that one it's going to be equals classroom in quotes. You want it to say space, you want it to say classroom. Close the quotes. Now we need to just check this, I think. So what I'll do is go back up to the top and just make sure this is working. So restrict editing and select the option that you want here, which is going to be fill in forms, and then start enforcing. Don't want to do a password just yet. So I'm just going to check this little statement. I'll just go and pick a course actually. When I tab down to the next one, it's automatically put Excel there. Introduction, tab down, it's put introduction, the date. Just tab down to introduction, tab, put the date in there. Tab. So this is the one I've just been checking, so I need to select online. So once I tab off that, I'll scroll down and see if it's come up with online. It has come up with online, so that's good. So let's just check classroom. Tab comes up with classroom. So what I need to do now is populate. I need to go and copy the sentence that I had before from the other one, which was this last one. These three fields. So if I copy that, paste that one in to the bottom of here, I need to stop protection. So just paste that at the bottom. Yeah, so delete these for a second. I'll just put them in again because I haven't actually named these fields, and I need to do another if statement there as well. Now if I come back up and double click into these, so I'm going to call this one person, calculate and exit. This one's going to be price, so I can use these bookmarks in the ref field, and then this one's going to be students. Calculate and exit. Okay. Right, now I can reference those. So people, training book by, do my little squiggly brackets, Control F9, ref, person, prices quoted is, and then we're doing Control F9 there again, ref, price, and the number of students is Control F9, ref, students. So it's a straightforward process once you do a few of them. That should work. Now the last thing I want to do is this training venue based on classroom. So I want to do another if statement. So location of training. So I've called that, if I go back in there, that's called location. So if location equals training, if location equals classroom, I want this to give the address. So let's try this one. So Control FN on my computer, or Control F9, if, and then Control F9 again, ref location is equal to classroom, which it is at the minute, equal to, in quotes, classroom, close quotes, open quotes. Now I'm going to put the address. Where is the training going to be? Metropolitan House, Gateshead, with a capital G. Otherwise, if I close that, if it's not classroom, I want to do it so it just says online, same as that basically. So what I need to do now is another set of squiggly brackets, Control F9, if again, squiggly brackets again. So you're basically repeating whatever you've already got there for location, and then is equal to online, so equals quotes online, that's the other option. If that's the case, you just want it to say online, which is similar to what we did before, like that. Now let's check this out. So start enforcing, no password, everything should disappear. So if I go back up to the top and change everything, so we'll go for access this time, tab, we'll go for advanced, and change the date to the 9th, September. And we're saying online, and we click away, Steve Saxton, tab 250, tab, number of students 1, tab. You have to tab that last one off, otherwise it doesn't fill in. So it's saying Microsoft Access Advanced, date is the September, training is online, training venue is online, training book by Steve Saxton, the price, need a space there, the price quoted is $250, need a space there. So all works, so I just need to stop protection, put a space after that, and a space after that, and then you just tidy it up, basically. And then the last thing you would do is save this as a template. So if I just double check this again, because what was something I looked at there, if I just start enforcing this, I need to check it for classroom so it picks that up. So I'll just change that to classroom, press tab, it's picked it up. Has it done the address? It has done the address. So that's how that works. And then what you do is you stop protection, you put all these back to the default. So you just basically double click and it'll go back to the default option. I didn't have a default for today. All the rest should just go blank, like that. And then you save it as a template. So it's all cleared off. These are not cleared off, actually. Well, they would be. I'm going for force protection. Let's see if we can get these off. Yeah, it's all gone onto none. It's all gone blank. That's it. So stop protection, and then we save as, file, save as. I'll call it fill in form, and I want it as a template. So I'll go change this to template, fill in form, template, save. Then I can close this, key command to close, Control W. Now to use the fill in form as a template, you go File, New, and it will be in Personal to start with. There it is, fill in form, and then it'll come up. There you go, ready to go. I should have saved it with the protection on, but it doesn't matter. Well, it does matter actually. Should have saved it with protection on, and then it's just ready to go. And that's how you do a form that has repeated information populated automatically further down in the form. So I hope that was of use, give you a few ideas, and I'll see you on the next one.